everybody. You know what tonight is. Thursday Night Football, man. We're back. Thursday Night Football, plus money props and monster parlays. The Jigsaw parlay puzzle. Tons of parlays, tons of bets tonight. As always, make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel, obviously. And make sure you're checking in. Let me know. What are you betting? I'd be curious to know, what are you betting? Do you like the parlays? Have you hit? We had a really, really big week. I had some issues over the weekend. I didn't get to do Sunday night. I didn't get to do Monday night, but we had a really, 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 really good time last week. Let me show you. And if a lot of people don't know, now you're going to know. Here we go. All right, yeah. So what we do here, as always, we got a bunch of anytime touchdown bets, right? No sweat bets, and the monster parlays. Got a few monster parlays that we're going to build. And as always, make sure you're checking in with your bets. And for tonight, for the next 3 days, start running it on Monday because of the monster hits last week. We're going to run a Thursday Night Football special. We're going to run this till Monday morning. Code word Jigsaw. Okay. 1 year for a yearly premium membership. Okay. That's normally valued at $700 and $500. You're going to get it for under $150. Just telling you, go type in Jigsaw. And it's going to be less than you think. When I say 150, I'm not saying 149. I'm saying less than 150. So go type in that WinDailySports.com. Go to pricing, okay, and go type in Jigsaw yearly membership, and boom, and see what you get. We already had a couple people do that. My man Adam, what's up? Mania time. I love it, man. Absolutely. You know how we roll, brother. You know how we roll. All right, let's look at this prime matchup tonight. We had, I think that we can't expect the same kind of fireworks we had with the Tampa Bay and the Atlanta game, right? 500 yards for Kirk Cousins. I don't think Geno or Brock's throwing for 500 tonight, but I do think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. I do. Now, I think there's going to be a lot of running on the San Francisco side. They have 4 tight ends active, which means there's going to be a lot of running back sets. Obviously, everybody's in on Jordan Mason. Why wouldn't you be on Jordan Mason, right? I mean, this is the guy that's going to get the rock out of the backfield. This is the guy that's going to pound it up the middle. So, obviously, Jordan Mason is one of those guys. But, look, what I try to do is get a little different. Like I always tell you, I try to get a little different. And we get a little different because anybody can just put down, bet after bet after bet. But what we did last week is look at these parlays that we hit. Okay. Now, here's a funny story. Now, this one almost plus 4,000. Obviously, that was the boost. Okay. So that was 4 touchdowns. Okay. 4 touchdowns. All right. Chase Brown, Keon Coleman, DeAndre Swift, and Trey Sermon. You can't see because it got cut off in the grid. And Trey Sermon. Now, the funny thing is, you see the T. Higgins, Alec Pierce parlay, right? The combo. So I had right. Remember the pass went to Alec Pierce first, and he fell into the end zone. I'm jumping up and down, bro. I had a full couple units on this play, right? Boom, Alec Pierce. I'm like, we got a touchdown. I'm high fiving my boys. I'm having a ball, and then they call it back and say he's down by contact by the 1, and I'm like, damn, right? But lo and behold, what happens? Trey Sermon runs it in, and he was the only other guy I needed for my plus 33.93 parlay that I had a full unit on as well. So, boom, we hit that, and then the next offensive set, Alec Pierce gets a home run for a touchdown. So, in one game, in literally a 7-minute span, we had literally hundreds of happy people that were hitting 2 monster parlays. Okay? Now, does it happen every week? No. Okay, but if you bet the single, but listen, I was still ahead because I had the Keon Coleman touchdown, the Chase Brown touchdown, and the DeAndre Swift touchdown. So I was still ahead because I bet the anytime touchdown, but you would put them all together, built the monster parlay, and boom, we hit. So we were living large. Yeah, Jason in our Discord consistently hitting the ladder bets, was all in on Juju on Monday night. He threw that one through the roof. That's what you get, man. That's what you get. Okay, so make sure you get over to WinDailySports.com. Okay, and use the code word Jigsaw for the next 3 days, 4 days, okay, on a yearly membership. Get in there on a yearly membership. Okay. You can get it for under $150 for the entire year. Dude, that's ridiculous, right? It's like $15 a month for an entire year, right? If you break it down for an entire year for every single sport. So make sure you keep that in line. Jigsaw, J right there. Jigsaw. And if you need any help, Tony at windowsports.com. As always, I'll help you out. Now let's get to some parlays. Let's get to some fun, right? We want the parlays. We want the parlays. Let's get to the jigsaw pieces. First off, no sweat anytime touchdown for me tonight is DK Metcalf. Okay. This guy has been consistently showing up week in and week out. There was a lot of questions coming in. Okay. But again, last week, only 55 yards, but that's okay. Okay. Before that, 3 consistent 100+ yard games. But the thing is, even though it was 55 yards, he still averaged almost 40 yards per catch. Okay. So I'm in on that. He hasn't scored in 2 weeks. Lo and behold, which is why I like him tonight. The Niners have been very susceptible to the deep ball on both sides. Okay. So I do expect him to get a go up and get a touchdown from Geno Smith. So I like this play as the anytime touchdown for tonight. No sweat, whatever you want to call it. I like that. Make sure you get it. Now, I like to do a lot of combos. Like I always say, 2 guys that I really expect to get in the end zone, right? And maybe one guy if I really expect, the one guy, so you boost the number up a little bit. Now, this isn't really, really, really big, okay? But I like this combo bet right here, okay? I like Debo. I was already in on his rushing and over 12.5. Now, I was in on that on Tuesday when I was in on my VSIN segment, but now it's up to over 13.5. I would take it. I'd still be in on it. So I do think he gets a rushing TD tonight. And I like Walker, obviously, to get in the end zone. You're going to see I'm really big on Sharps tonight from a backup role, but I do like Walker, obviously, to score. I think him and Mason are going to score. I think it's inevitable. Okay, but the Mason minus 185, there's so much juice behind it. I'd rather go at Walker and then flip the script and go with Debo to get us almost a plus 300 bet. So I like this a lot too, man. I think this is again, you hear me say it all the time, very attainable, right? Very attainable. These are very attainable bets. I say it all the time, very attainable bets. Now, let's get to talked about Charbonnet. Okay, let's get to the Charbonnet puzzle. And my man Prince, you always late, bro. Come on, man. You're always late. You gotta stop. You gotta stop eating when we do these things, man. You probably eat your dinner or something and get in late. It's all good, man. You know I'm gonna review at the end. I hope you got in on them 2 big plays last week. That's all I gotta say because they were huge. I'm not sure if you did though. You didn't hit me up, so I'm assuming you must have missed them. But let's get to this. I love Sharps tonight, by the way. And what I love about him is his numbers are super low. Okay. And I know Kenneth Walker came back, and now obviously he's an afterthought. But tonight, I always say Thursday nights are different, man. Thursday nights are different. Now, Algier boned me last week. He didn't get me the over like I predicted. But we were talking about over 33, over 34. Sharps is super low, man. So I'm in on Sharps tonight. So here's my Sharps 3 play. Okay. Now, at the single bets, okay, the over 2.5 receptions at a plus money right now. Okay. You get that at plus money. Now, again, you might say, yeah, but he hasn't really done anything since Kenneth Walker came back. Here's what I'm going to tell you, though. Okay. The over 2.5, he has crushed this. Okay. The last 4 weeks. And the last 2 weeks, guess what? Kenneth Walker was there, and he still got 10 targets in the passing game. Okay, 8 catches for 10 targets. So I can't see a world where we don't see 3 to 4 catches tonight from Sharps. Just throwing it out there, whether it be on third down, whether it be on a check. Geno loves to check the ball down, man. Even though he's been throwing a lot, 50 attempts, but he likes to check the ball down a lot. So I love Sharps tonight, over 2.5. And then his receiving and rushing. Okay, here's the way I look at this. Now, we'll stick with his receiving, okay, specifically for this. Now, I just talked about his targets. Well, he's been over this number every single game. Every single game. The lowest he had was 16 against Miami, okay, and that was on 3 catches. I'm telling you, this should easily smash. If it doesn't, I'm just completely dead wrong and I eat crow, okay, and that's fine. But then I love the rushing too. Now, here's what I like about the rushing. He's only had 4 attempts, okay? He's only had 4 attempts in 2 weeks since Walker's been back. But He's averaging over 6 yards per carry. Okay, so do the math. 6 times 2 is 12. All I need him to get is one more carry, and he's going to get the over 13 and a half. Okay, so I think he's going to get 4 to 5 attempts tonight. I think he gets 10 touches, 5 in the passing game, 5 in the rushing game, and there's your over 13 and a half rushing, over 13 and a half receiving, and over 2.5 catches. I'm telling you, I love this. I love this. I love this. I really do. Again, when we do these kind of bets, they speak to you, right? They speak to you, and I think this one really speaks to me. I really really like it. I'm always too early. Rose, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's all right. I did it. Oh man, you didn't hit the parlay, man. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that monster parlay that we hit. We hit 3 of them, by the way, last time. So let's see if we can hit them again. Hopefully we can for everybody. Let's go SGP Jigsaw SGP number 1. And this one, another very, very attainable bet. Under 500, okay, plus 500, plus 465. I love the Jordan Mason receiving bet tonight. It's low, single digits. And that's my thing. Like some of these single digits, they could be sucker bets. People are going to say, I don't really agree with that. They're going to base this on he only got 1 target last week, right? In that game, it was a kind of weird game, right? I mean, when you have a 24-23 game, Arizona came back a little bit, things happen. I just think it was a weird game overall. He only had 14 attempts. That's not going to happen again. So I am not concerned at all. I look at what's happened before that, and that was 5 targets in 2 games, okay, where he caught 4 of those 5. So his target to catch ratio was 95%. And by the way, the 1 target is what he caught last week. So he had 100% catch the target ratio. So there's no problem to me with him catching the ball. I think tonight he gets involved a little more in that passing game. I think because Seattle's defense has played well. And I think they're really going to try to stack the box against him, make them beat him from the outside. So I think that's where he gets some screens probably. Shanahan's an offensive guru, man. He's going to put him in situations to really have success. So I like this a lot. Because it like I said, sticks out to me, right? Metcalf over 64.5. We already talked about him, man. I like him anything under 70. I think is almost a lock with this guy, the way he's producing. And the thing is, for this bet specifically, it's more about Geno. Okay, it is. It's more about Geno. Geno has thrown the ball almost 100 times in 2 weeks. Okay, that's unheard of for Geno Smith. He is normally a guy that around 25 to 30. 44, 34, 56, 44 has been his last 4 games. This dude's throwing the hell out of the ball. Oh, and by the way, he's completing at over a 70% clip. Okay, that is huge for DK Metcalf because he's throwing the ball longer. Okay, we're talking, he's got throws of 56 and 71, and obviously 1 or 2 of them is going to DK Metcalf. So I like DK, like I said, anything under 70, and because it's Geno. I'll be honest with you, it's because it's Geno and the way he's playing. And then Brandon Ayuk. Now, a lot of people are in and over on this number, right? 4.5 is a tough number. It sounds like a lock, right? All the time, it is. For some reason, 4.5 is such a tough number. I just think, and this is the way I feel, and I say this all the time. I try to give you listen, I'm not Brian Baldinger. I'm not breaking down NFL films. Okay. This is just my own logic. All right. So you just heard me say 49ers trying to stack the box, or Seattle trying to stack the box. Okay. Against the 49ers, against Jordan Mason. So when you try to stack the box, 2 things happen, right? You bring your second level coverage, which is the linebackers, up. You also bring the person supposed to be helping you over the top down in the box some of the times, being one of your safeties, right? Or your nickel, depending on what defensive alignment you're in. And that's going to leave a nice hole in the soft coverage. And Brandon Ayuk lives there, man. He lives there. So I think this could be a 7 to 9 catch game, maybe even double digits for Brandon Ayuk tonight. I do. I just think he's going to live in the middle of that field. So, and if you look at the way they're activating 4 tight ends, you can look at that as well, as they're going to run the ball a lot, which means Kittle's going to be held in the block a little more than normal. So that's why I think Ayuk has the bigger game tonight. So there you go. Metcalf over 64.5, Mason over 9.5 receiving, and Ayuk over 4.5 receptions at plus 465. Let's get to Jigsaw parlay number 2. My man Juan checking in says, should I trade? Oh, look at we got trade questions. I'll take this. Should I trade Brees Hall and Tank Dell for Stephon Diggs? I got Kenneth Walker, Jerome Ford, Josh Jacobs, and Kyle Williams for my one back wide receiver one. I got DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, and Wan'Dale Robinson. So yeah, so you need the receiving help. But here's what I'm going to tell you, man. I'd be careful with Stephon Diggs. Now I know I know Nico's on IR, right? So but there's some underlining legal things that have been coming out with Stephon Diggs that I'm just saying. Like again, I don't know. I have no sources. I'm not saying, but all I'm saying is just be careful. You don't want to trade for a guy that could eventually be suspended or something happen. I don't know if that would happen this year, right? If it didn't happen to Rashee Rice, it probably won't happen to Stephon Diggs, but he is going to get a lot of rollover coverage, right? As the number one guy now. A lot of that opening was because of Nico. So now he's going to be counted on to be the guy. And I don't know, can he handle that role again? Right? There's a reason why Buffalo got rid of him. I don't know. I would try to go for somebody else, man. You have a lot of good running backs. I think for Brees Hall and Tank, I mean, look, it's a good trade, but I would try to get another receiver. I would. Listen, if you're going to trade Brees Hall, try to get try to go even bigger, man. I would try to go bigger. That's just my opinion, man. Albert, the man, the myth, the leg. Yo, Albert, I'm here, brother. I'm here. Every day's above ground's a good day. I'm blessed. Let's go. Let's have some parlays, man. Let's go to SGP number 2. Now, this one, just for full transparency, I tried to get an IDP on this one to bump it up to like a plus 850. I just didn't like the numbers. Not a lot of value. I didn't want to force it. The linebackers to me over 8.5 was too high. I didn't like that. If I could have got it over 6.5, I would have taken it. I didn't like it. Fred Warner was over 8.5. I just too big for me. Those numbers are too big because things can happen, right? So I like the over 4.5, the over 3.5 for the DBs, and I like the over 6.5 for the linebackers. And I couldn't really get them for the guys I wanted. So I just nixed it and I went with the kicker. Okay. And I went with an easy 3-leg. Okay. Went Purdy and Gino with rushing. Now, I love both these guys for the rushing aspect tonight. I do. If you look at their numbers and you understand what both these defenses are going to do, these guys are going to break containment a lot tonight. And these numbers are pretty low for rushing for both. I mean, listen, they're low in the sense that both these guys like to take off. Listen, Brock Purdy, he had a couple single digit gains in the beginning, but for the most part, I mean, you're talking 33, 41. You're talking about 5 to 6 yards per carry per clip when he goes over those 4 attempts. So I like that a lot. It's a you're not asking. That could be one or two runs, man. Honestly, and Gino, listen, Gino's he's rushed for 110 in 2 weeks, man. Like, I just think he's reinventing himself. And when they're going to flush him out, he's going to run. He's going to run. So I do like both his numbers, and I like the kicking game, man. I do. I like the kicking game for Seattle. I did it. I talked about it earlier. I really, really like Jason Myers tonight over 1.5 field goals. I like his over 6.5 points as well as a single bet. I like the over 1.5 field goals as well. I think that they air the ball out so much, right? And the Niners defense still, even though it's not what it used to be, it's still good enough at times that can really stall these drives. And at home, Myers likes kicking from home, man. So he's good. So I like the over 1.5. You know me. I always like to throw that kicker bet in, man. Japan. How did I know you were going Uchek, man? I had a feeling you were going to go Uchek. I hit on Uchek a long time ago, a couple years ago, on a first time touchdown bet. Right, he's going to get a couple looks. You know that. He's going to get a couple looks. So I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's not a bad play. That's not a bad play. Again, if you're new to the game. If you're new to windailysports.com, make sure switching it up, doing a little a little special on just a yearly membership, man. Just a yearly membership. Promo code Jigsaw. Very, very simple. You go to windailysports.com, go to pricing. Okay. And all you need to do is you go to pricing. It's going to come up with all the pricing. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip. And actually, I'll show you because I want you guys to get in on this, man. Like, honestly, I really, really do. Because I've had people that have hit me up. I've had people that got in, and these are the people, okay, honest to God, that hit on this parlay. Okay, and they hit on Jason's ladder bet last week. They hit on the parlay. I mean, they really, man. I'm telling you, again, they they like it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. They really, really like it. So make sure you get locked in, man. Make sure you get locked in. Geno Smith, you got Japan. Yeah, see, Geno, both of them with the rushing yards. I love it, man. I love it. My man Kenny, I hope you hit. I hope you hit, man. So I'm showing everybody right now. Go Bird. Yeah, go Birds. I have a problem. I don't know about Cleveland. We're gonna see, man. My man Prince's thoughts on Lockett, and I like JSM more than Lockett tonight. I do. I definitely like JSM more than Lockett. Let me just show you real fast for new members because I got one more big monster parlay to throw out there, but I want to show these monster parlays have hit in the past. Okay, and right now because of that, they've allowed me to run my own special. Okay, and I want to know if you want to be part of the Jigsaw Society, right? So, like, this is what we're going to start calling this. We're going to call it the Jigsaw Society. We're going to join the craziness, right? Who wants to join the craziness? The Jigsaw Society. Who wants to be a Jigsaw Society member? Okay. And the reason why you want to be a Jigsaw Society member, okay, is you want to get the hits like these. Okay. You want to get the hits like these. This is what we hit on Sunday. Okay. On Sunday. Just on one day. Think about that. If you put a full unit on all three of these parlays, okay, and you hit these, you know how many people signed up for a year after this? Okay. I had one guy, brand new, okay, signed up for DraftKings, got his $250, okay, in bonus bets. All right, he put his $5 on that one parlay right there, the four picker. Okay. The other guy was Trey Sermon. Okay, plus 33.93 hit. Boom. He dialed me up, hit me up on DM and said, yo, how do I get a year? Boom, got him a year, gave him the code, and he is set. So if you want the code, it's Jigsaw. Okay. And you want to get, again, if you want the code, it's Jigsaw. All right. Not Heat. We still have Heat, but we're doing different tonight. We're going to do Jigsaw. Okay. And this is all you need to do. Okay. This is all you need to do. Just, I want to show you exactly how this works. Then we're getting to the final parlay. Okay. So when you come up to WinDailySports.com, see, WinDailySports.com, all you're going to do is go to pricing. Okay. Here's all your pricing right here. All right. Now watch what happens. Say you want yearly. All right. You're going to click on yearly. I want to get started today. Okay. We're going to flip this down. We're going to yearly. Normally $4.99. Go down. Coupon. Watch this. Jigsaw. And it's applied successfully. And look at your price. $125 for a year. $125 for a year. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. Again, it's a no-brainer for the entire year. It's only run until Sunday. That's it. After Sunday, it's gone. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not running this again. This is dirt cheap. Okay. $125 for the year for everything, every sport, every model, every opto, everything. That's what we're blowing out right now. I'm doing it. Jigsaw. Jigsaw. That's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. That's how we roll. Okay. That's how we roll. And the reason why we do that is because we have fun as a community. Okay. And we hit bets like these. That was just last week. Okay. Now let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. Get involved, man. Jigsaw, get involved. I need a winner tonight. All right. Yo, Kenny. I don't know. Did you hit the parlays? I got to ask you, bro. Did you hit the parlays? Right? Did you hit the parlays from last week on Sunday? Right? Adam knows they always hit golf and NASCAR. Right? Golf hits, NASCAR hits. Like we're hitting, man. Kenny, you're like, bro, what are you doing? Look at these hits, bro. This is what you missed. Plus 33.93, bro. Look at that. Boom. Plus 1,300. Plus 430. This is a simple, little, easy one, man. Kenny. What are we going to do with you, Kenny? Well, and just so everybody knows, okay, a couple of those were in the Discord, okay, which is a premium Discord. I can't give everything away for free, fellas. I work my ass off. Okay, I do. I work hard with this shit, man. Like, I'm just not pumping out codes. Okay, I spent a couple hours today just picking up rushing attempt research, right? That's how we roll. So listen, I can't, man. All right, Kenny, I'm gonna give you a mulligan this time, okay? But make sure you signed up, Kenny. I don't know if you're a member yet, okay? I was working. I'm just kidding, man. Yo, that's awesome. I love that you officiate high school football on the weekends. I coach soccer for years, and I know right now that they are hurting for referees, man. Listen, yeah, you get paid well, but it doesn't matter. Some people just don't want to do it because it is a lot of work, right? You got to deal with all the bullshit, got to deal with all the craziness. But Kenny, shout out to you, man. We need more people like you, bro. We need more people like you. Thank you for your service to the youngsters. High school, they're still youngsters, bro. So they're still youngsters. Make sure, I don't know if you're signed up, Kenny. Are you signed up yet? If you're not, man, you got to get signed up. All right, you got to get signed up. And again, it's fine. If you don't want to do the year, let me know. You can use that word heat. I can get you a different deal. Okay, but I want to throw that yearly out there for a lot of people, man. I want to throw that yearly out there for a lot of people. Because again, and Kenny, I will tell you this, and Albert will attest to this, Adam will attest, Japan will attest to this. You can hit me up at any time. You can email me, Tony@WinDailySports.com. And you need help with anything, bro, let me know. I mean, whether it's a phone call, a Zoom, a DM, whatever it is, just please, if you don't understand something, let me know before you put, even if I don't see, here's the thing. I will say this, we'll get out of here real quick, but I do treat everybody like a person. Like, I don't care if you spend $1. I don't care if you spend $5. It doesn't freaking matter. It's still your hard-earned money, right? So I want you to be able to put it towards something that makes sense, right? I do it with people all the time. I'm like, I don't know if I would really do this. Makes more sense, right? It doesn't matter. A win's a win, dude. Like, here's the thing for all you people that are like, I don't post screenshots of money, like, because I don't care, right? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you hit for $5,000 or you hit for 50 friggin' dollars. Who cares? A win's a win, right? If I bet $5 on something and I win 50, who the frig ain't happy with that? Right? What's the problem? What? I'm not a high roller, right? I'm not a high roller. Come on, man. It doesn't matter, right? If you bet a couple, listen, man, like I said, at 33.93 hits, we hit one of them every 2 months, and you win a couple $1,000s. I mean, look, that puts the money back to you. You're probably going to break even anyway, but you're having fun doing it, right? But you're still knowing you're going to be in a plus eventually, right? If you do it the right way. Whether, like I said, whether you bet $1 or $10, doesn't matter. My man Albert checking in as always. Thanks, brother. You know that, and I appreciate your text. I appreciate your concern. I really, really do, man. Everything's cool though. You see, I'm back. I'm ready. All right, Kenny. If you have a problem signing up, and I'm not forcing your hand, bro, seriously, I'm not. I will be 100% honest with you. If you're into this kind of stuff, I just try to get people to sign. I'm not forcing anybody into it. I just know that this price is super low, and this is a legitimate community where you get a lot of value for that. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's why I'm throwing it out there. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking to you if you don't sign up for me. I don't roll like that, bro. I don't roll like that. So if you need any help, let me know. All right, let's get to this. We got 2 more. Okay, we got 2 more. Let's go to the triple play. Let's go to the Jigsaw touchdown triple play. Now, again, the one very, very, very logical is Walker, right? The one very logical bet is Walker. JSN and Jennings are going to be a sweat. Okay, Jennings specifically. Okay. But again, that's why it's plus 2,200. But hear me out. Again, please follow the lead. Okay. Put the half a unit on the parlay, but put the full unit on the round robin combo. That's all. And then at least if 1 or 2 of these combos go, you're going to hit. Right? That's how you continue to rehash the money. Even if you break even, who cares? So you bet for free tonight. Okay? So then you use that bet for Sunday. Right? Very, very simple. So JSN, Jennings, Walker, plus 2,200. That's the play. My man, Chef, let's go. Chef, did you hit those parlays the other day, bro? Did you hit the plus 33.93? I don't know if you got to that or not, man. I threw that up. It was late because, like I said, I was in the hospital, so I did that literally from the hospital room. So I don't know if you, I don't know if you got that or not, man. See, Chef got it. See, Chef got like Chef's all over too, man. In Discord, having fun. All right, let's get to the last one, man. Let's get to the last one. Here's a who wants a plus 1,600 parlay tonight, man? Who wants a plus 1,600? And again, I tell you guys, like you got to stretch this a little bit, but I say attainable, man. This is attainable. Let's hit it up. All right. Now, if you watch me this week, I was already in on Gino on Tuesday over 1.5 touchdowns. So I want to keep that play. Okay. His attempts, okay, over 100 attempts in 2 weeks. Okay. Again, he's throwing the hell out of the ball. All right. So 280, 281, 285, I almost took this to 300. Okay. I did. I think 280 is perfect. Okay. Well, 280 and a half, right? So 281. Well, I do. He's been over this number the last 4 weeks, man. Like honestly, and he's gonna have attempts tonight, dude. He's gonna throw the ball a lot. Okay. So all right. So I gotta hurry up because you're only gonna have about 5 minutes to get this in. All right. So JSN 50 yards. Okay. Ayuk over 60. All right. Mason over 80 rushing and over 17 and a half attempts, plus 1,600. Okay. I think Mason goes for triple digits tonight. I think he gets 20 carries. Okay. So that hits that. Gino hits the 1.5, 280. I think the two sweats are either going to be, I don't think Ayuk's going to be a sweat. I don't. I think JSN is going to be a sweat. The sweat is going to be JSN. That's what I'm looking at. Again, oh, yes. The huge ladder. Yeah, I know. Yo, bro. I got you, Jeff. That ladder, oh my God, that Juju ladder too. Jesus. Dude, Jason's on steroids with those ladders, bro. I love it. If it hit his arm, don't fall off. Oh my God. Exactly, man. Exactly. Look, man, I love this. Okay. Again, plus 1,600. Gino over 1.5 touchdowns. Thrown over to it, 280 and a half. I think that's a given. The only way this doesn't work is if it's a crap game, right? But the weather's cool. I don't see this being a crap game. I see this being an entertaining game. The score might not be ridiculous like it was last week, but I think there'll be a lot of yards in this game. I do. I think there's going to be a lot of yards in this game. So that's why I like that. So, okay. So let's review. Real fast, okay? So we start with the no sweat anytime touchdown DK Metcalf at plus 150. We got the rushing touchdown combo with Debo plus Walker at plus 292. Okay, and then we got the Sharps love the Sharps puzzle tonight. So the Jigsaw Sharps puzzle is over 13.5 receiving, over 13.5 rushing, and over 2.5 receptions. Almost a plus 300. You could probably get a boost up to about plus 420. I really like that. And then we go Jigsaw SGP number 1. Okay, I love the over 9.5 receiving for Mason, over 64.5 for DK, over 4.5 for Ayuk, and that's plus 465. And then we throw the 2 rushing plus the kicker. We get different, right? That's how we do it. We get different. Purdy over 14.5 rushing, Gino over 13.5 rushing. Wouldn't that be a mother if that switched, right? If that switched, Purdy got the 13.5, and like that would be our luck, right? Like so, whatever. And Jason Myers over 1.5. That's a kicker from Seattle. Again, like I said, some of those drives do stall. Gino's only thrown, even though he's throwing all that yardage, only 1 touchdown per game, which means some of those drives do stall. So as long as the running back doesn't get in, then a couple of them will be field goals. So that's why I like the over 1.5. I also like the over 6.5 total points for the kicker as well. And then we got the monster Jigsaw parlay, man. Then we got the monster play. Okay. Again, over 1.5, over 280.5, over 50, over 60, and Mason over 80 and over 17.5 attempts plus 1,600. Don't forget the triple play too. JSN, Jennings, and Walker at plus 2,200. Again, throw them down as a round robin. Make sure you get them all in, and let's have some fun. Again, don't forget, man, join the craziness today. Okay, get a part of the Jigsaw Society. We'll be doing this every Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football, and Sunday mornings, man. We do this Sunday mornings. Okay, we wake up, we do the Sunday mornings, get you ready for the live DFS show with Sticks and DJ at like 10:45, 11 o'clock. So, all right, pal, Thursday night special, Jigsaw. Half off member. It's more than half off, man. It's like 85% off your membership right now, man. Right now. This is where you want to get to. You want to get to that membership right now. Wow, look at Barner. Plus 750. Look at Japan sneaking in there. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, fellas. Yo, I'm gonna go grab a cold one, enjoy myself. And that's actually all you see because I don't drink that much. All right. And I'm gonna grab a cold iced tea. And I'm ready for these bets to hit, man. So let's have some fun. Let's cash some tickets. And again, if you need my assistance with anything, man, with anything at all, hit me up and we'll be back right next time.